Welcome to Promo Look At. These are basically videos that I do for tabletop gaming, and without further ado, today's promo we're going to be looking at is for Dead of Winter, a Crossroads game. And the promo we're going to be looking at is actually 3 items. So we're going to be looking at a character, and it's, hi guys, my name is Kodiak Colby, and I'm here to be your friend. So this is actually a very cool character in my opinion, and here's a close-up of the standee. It's the same if you turn it around, so it's always going to be him in his woodsman clothes. We're also going to be looking at 2 promos, 2 promo cards, I should say, which come with him if you were to purchase him. So I'm going to start off with the Crossroad card, and it says right here, basically it's the description of the story that's going to happen, 2 options, and if you guys notice right there, there's a bear mark symbol, so you know that this is one of the the promotional card for Colby, because all promotional cards for Dead of Winter always have a symbol for which set they come from. So let's read it. Kodiak Colby. If the player performs a search and Kodiak Colby is in the survivor deck, you cry out in terror as the zombie bear lumbers towards you, its intestines dragging through the gravel behind it. Cornered in an alley, you press against a dumpster and prepare to meet death, but then behold, cry echoes from a high and low. A mighty outdoorsman leaps from a nearby tree and lands upon the bear's back. The beast heaves and lets out a sickling growl, but the newcomer holds tight before applying a ferocious choke hold. Minutes later, the bear lies decapitated on the ground, and your rugged survivor gives you a hand up before offering to teach you how to suckle at nature's generous bosoms. What? So, just from reading that, because the next 2 things are gonna basically talk about Colby, is that he's a nudist, and this character makes me laugh anytime I read this card. If it appears and he's still not and people read it, it's just hilarious. So you only have 2 options. The second option, the first option is you run naked through the woods with your new friend, free perhaps for the first time in your life. Roll once for exposure. Search the survivor deck for Colby and add him to your following. So again, he's a nudist, so that makes him such an interesting character. I mean, in order for him to join you, you must run naked through the woods, and then he joins you. So it's like, okay, so if you're a guy or a woman, it doesn't matter, because you're just going to run through the woods. It sucks, you're going to have to roll the exposure die. Hopefully nothing bad happens, but if you have wounds, if you have 2 wounds or 2 frostbite wounds, you're basically looking at death if you roll one of those 2. If you roll a teeth mark, well, that means your character's dead too, but you get him, so you lose the character, but you gain the character. So it's like a double-edged sword. So hopefully you roll the blank, but the chances of that, it's tough, but it's up to you. But I would never select option 2 because, man, I appreciate the save, but I'm not sucking at anything. The handsome man looks dejected and slouches away. Nothing happens. So you're thinking, oh, I got saved, whether you're a man or a woman, and you basically have to do oral sex, because that's basically what the code is saying, and that's what you're thinking. So I'd rather just run naked through the woods, because nothing happens. You just run through the woods from the card saying, I mean, if you do stay, I'm not going to suck at anything. It's just, oh man, yeah, I'm just going to add you. Run naked through the woods, might as well. Roll for exposure, might as well. Take that chance. At least I get a new character, and a pretty good one. So, here's his character card. Again, he does have that bear mark down there. So, obviously, his name is Kodiak Colby, like I said. Woodsman, influence 31, 2 to attack, 2+ to attack, 2+ to search, and it says anywhere. Kodiak does not count towards the total number of survivors when determining how much food the colony needs or when placing zombies. So that makes him even more cooler. So let's just say you have 5 survivors or 7 survivors at the colony. So you need to put 2 food for each, 1 food for each 2 characters you have there. So that's supposed to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Instead, you only have to put 4 for 7 or 3 for 5, because Kodiak doesn't count towards that, so it'll be just 1, 2, and 3. So that makes him super cool. Or 1, 2, and that's it. So he's an interesting character. He does help if he's in the colony, but he does also help if he's outside. But that's where he's actually banned, because it says when performing a search with Kodiak, you cannot use a noise token. So basically what that means is when you search the location cards and you pick one, basically you cannot search it again to basically choose one of the cards, because you can't produce noise tokens. So he's balanced in that section. So when it comes to Kodiak, you will basically, if you search with him with the 2+ or 3 or whatever dice you have, you just get a card, and you just get that one card you're basically getting. So it's pretty cool. I mean, the woods are behind him. I forgot to mention that the bear is right behind them. So that's the bear he killed, and there he is, all handsome and basically with his axe from the looks of it. So yeah, he's actually an interesting character. Now, let me hold this guy. So basically, would I recommend him if you guys were to purchase him? Well, yeah, I do recommend him, because he's one of those interesting characters. If you want to get him, I say go right ahead, because he's not a bad character. He's actually one of the interesting characters when it comes to the promotional cards. I actually like pretty much all of the extra characters, promotional characters for Dead of Winter, and this guy is actually one of my favorites. There's other that I will mention, and I do recommend him. Now, is he still available? Can I get him? Yes, he is. Now, if you actually don't own Dead of Winter, the main board game, the first one, not the Long Night, you basically can get this guy. If you buy it from their online store, you get this guy free of charge. It just comes with your game if you buy it from the online store. So that makes it even cooler. So you get an extra character plus the game. So you don't really have to buy all the promotional promotional items from Plathead Games, because Plathead Games actually is selling 4 promotional items of characters. So Colby is actually one of them. And if you don't really own the game, you could do what I did. I bought basically the promotional characters from the Plathead Games store, and he costs $6, $5.95, but it's $6 if you think about it. With shipping, it's gonna cost you like what, $10. So I know on eBay they do sell him free of charge for like $10, but I just recommend you guys get it from Plathead Games store, because then you can just basically add 3 more characters, or if you want to get that 4th character, which is a little bit more pricier because it comes with a comic. I'll explain that in the next one. But if you guys want to get him with other 3 more characters, what is going to cost you like 18, it's going to cost you around 22 if you think about it, with 3 more characters to get him, if you want all 3 of them. But if not, you can get him from eBay. He's around 10, or you can get him from the Game Boy, the Geek Market. Not the store, at the Geek Market, and buy it from a person like you and me. But Cody is actually one of those interesting characters. If you own the game and you want more characters, I do recommend him, because he's such an interesting character. I mean, he's a nudist, and his crossword card is funny. Now, one thing I did forget to mention, there are 3 characters that I currently own. One of them came from Warren Colonies, and the other one's a promotional card where their influence is 31. So which one becomes your leader? I think you choose when it comes to people with the influence. I don't own the Long Night, so I'm not too sure if in the Long Night there's another character with 31 influences. But I know for a fact the 3 I own, they are out. One's, like I said, one for Warren Colonies, another one promotional, and this promotional. So there's 2 promotional ones. If you do own them and you were supposed to choose a leader between them, I say you just basically choose one of them, whoever you want. But for now, I would say just whoever you get, and if it's 31-31, choose whoever you want to be your leader. Last thing to say about this, if you guys have the app, sadly the crossword card will not be in the app, this one. So Eric Summer will not mention this crossword card, because it only is for the main base game. So that kind of sucks. So if you guys have, you don't want to shuffle all these cards and then basically add them on, and you just want to use the app, sadly the Kodiak promotional card is not in the Dead of Winter app. Last thing before I leave this, it does fit in a regular standard sleeve for Pokemon Magic the Gathering sleeves, not the Yu-Gi-Oh one, and both of them are the same size, so they both fit in it. So that's a plus if you guys like to sleeve your cards like I do. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. Let me know in the comments below. Do you recommend this guy? I sure do. Do you guys think you like him? Is he an interesting character for you guys? Do you guys own him? Or you guys rather just say, nah, I'm just good with the base game cards. You don't really need him. Let me know in the comments below. But with that being said, I got a special thanks for you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys